Based on the record low price of oil that you've been seeing, it's at a level that's very interesting to a lot of people. We're filling up our national petroleum reserves, the strategic reserves, and we're looking to put as much as 75 million barrels into the reserves themselves. That would top it out. That would be first time in a long time it's been topped out. We'd get it for the right price. Much of it has to do with short sellers. Much of it has to do, if you look a month into the future, I think it's at $25 or $28 a barrel. So a lot of people got caught. They got caught, and there are a lot of people that are not too happy because they got caught. So if you take a look at it, you'll see it's more of a financial thing than an oil situation. But because you take, I believe, in a month or so, in other words, go a little bit out, it's at $25 and $28 a barrel. So it's largely a financial squeeze, and they did get squeezed.
So would you like to see, however, Saudi Arabia and other countries make more cuts?
Well, we've already done that, where Saudi Arabia is cutting back, Russia's cutting back, Mexico's cutting back, and the OPEC plus, they call it OPEC, plus additional states are cutting back. And, you know, the problem is nobody's driving a car anywhere in the world, essentially, 184 nations. Factories are closed and businesses are closed. And so all of a sudden, we had really a lot of energy to start off with, oil in particular. We had a lot. And then all of a sudden, they lost 40, 50% of their market. So it just stopped. So it's going to be picking up, and the energy business will be strong. But they cut back. It could be 20 million barrels, but it's, let's say, 15. And that was between Russia and Saudi Arabia. But this had to do with the squeeze, and it was a very tough squeeze. A lot of people got...
You don't think they need to do more right now?
Well, they're going to do more by the market, to be honest. Look, same thing over here. If the market is the way it is, people are going to slow it down or they're going to stop. That's going to be automatic, and that's happening.
When you were talking earlier, you were talking about the PPP deal and then mentioned the SPR. Right. In the first stimulus package, even though you had announced that
but you know the price of oil right now, don't you?
I do. Do you know the price of oil?
I actually do.
It's negative $37.
Of course, yeah. Nobody's ever heard of negative oil before, but it's for a short term.
In your opening remarks, you were talking about the PPP deal, and then you mentioned the 75 million barrels of oil that you previously had said you wanted to purchase.
Yes.
You weren't able to get funding for that in the first deal. So I'm wondering, are you...
Well, at the price you're talking about, you don't need funding. They pay you, see? You know?
If you can go get it
right now,
in the next
if you can get it, that's
yeah.
true, if you can get it.
So my first question is, are you asking for that funding?
At a minimum, we'll let people
deal?
store, so we'll store it. We'll use it as storage and charge for it. But people need storage desperately, and we have massive storage under the petroleum.
So you're not going to make it a requirement of the PPP interim funding deal?
It's not a question of requirement. If we could buy it for nothing, we're going to take everything we can get. The only thing I like better than that is where they pay you to take the oil. But that's a short-term squeeze. You understand that. So I don't think you're going to see that. But no, we'd like to have Congress, this is a great time to buy oil. And we'd like to have Congress approve it so that we could, instead of just storing it for usually the big companies, because I think we have 75 million gallons right now capacity. That's a lot. We've been building it up over a period of time, but that's a lot, 75 million barrels. So we're going to either ask for permission to buy it or we'll store it. One way or the other, it will be full. Okay, please.
Mr. President,
go ahead. You finish up. We'll go right to you.
Yeah. Some senators, including Senator Kramer, have called on you to stop Saudi oil shipments that are on their way right now. Is that you can do that under Section 232? Is that something that you would consider?
Well, we'll look at it. I heard just as I'm walking into the room, we certainly have plenty of oil. So I'll take a look at that. Okay.